Dear students, nowadays exams are going on. I mean to say the competitive exams, whether they are bank exams, whether they are Staff Selection Commission exams, whether they are SRB exams. In every exam, there is a portion of English which is very important to be covered by every student who has to encounter that examination, who has to face that examinations. And there is always a fear among the students that they have a deficiency in expressing their ideas, in manipulating their ideas, in giving a very lucid explanation of things. And my lecture today would be to focus on those intricacies, those difficulties, and the viable solution of such problems would be given by me in today's lecture. And today's lecture is most focused on, or I mean to say, central point जो मरकज़ है मेरी lecture का इस दिन, it is on the usage of models. Dear students, you know that in every situation you use models. Whether you are in a school, whether you are at home, whether you are at college, whether you are in a bus stand, whether you are in the company of friends, you use models. But there is always a fear. Am I right in using this model or not? There is a fear which has always engulfed the mind of students, mind of the people who want to develop, who want to cultivate this English language. Today I shall make it more clear why these verbs are called modal auxiliaries. Let me name them first here so that you can revive your mind. What are those models and how many of them are very, very important, very, very essential in every situation of life? These are some specific models whose usage is so vital, so important for you that in every situation, as I have already told you, their usage connotes, or I should say that the expression you would make, it becomes more powerful when you use these types of models. Now the question is, why they have been declared as models? That's the question of chief importance जो मैं आपके सामने एक्सप्लेन करना चाहता हूँ. See here now. Let us take this verb. We'll take this verb sleep. And when we add s to this verb, it becomes sleeps. Adding of s in English grammar is called inflection. I-N-F-L-E-C-T-I-O-N, inflection. Or for example, S-L-E-P, we will add I-N-G. It becomes sleeping. So we have added I-N-G to the main verb sleep. Here we have added S. So in other verbs, we add S or we add ES or we add ING. These are called inflections. But there is a reverse of the situation. In models, for example, S-H-O-U-L-D, should, plus S, it becomes shoulds, we cross it. So in models, there is no inflection at all. Or for example, we have modal auxiliary. If we add should plus ing, it becomes shoulding. We cross it because the thing is very clear, very lucid, very much elaborated that in modals there is no inflection as we find in other verbs. Go, goes, talk, talks, talking. but we never say woulding, we never say coulding, we never say shelling, we never say canning, we never say coulding. So there is no inflection, and we don't add. Inflection means we don't add S-E-S-I-N-G to models. That is why they have, that's the reason, that's the basic reason. ये एक basic वजह है कि उनको model auxiliaries कहा जाता है. Now, please be attentive now towards this point now. This is model should. We write here MV, modal verb, and this is verb go. In this structure, this go is the basic verb. Go is the basic verb, and this should is modal. Basic verb, if we add, this basic verb is being helped by the modal should. That's why it has been named as auxiliaries. The word auxiliary means which helps someone, which helps something. That is called auxiliary actually. Auxiliary means helper, जो किसी को मदद करेगा. और मॉडल ऑक्सिलरी का बेसिक फंक्शन ये है कि ये मेन वर्ब को हेल्प करता है. इट हेल्प्स द मेन वर्ब, और वी कैन से मेन वर्ब इज हेल्प्ड बाय द मॉडल. एंड इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट इज दैट इट प्रीसीड्स द मेन वर्ब. ये मेन वर्ब से आगे होता है, नॉट पीछे. इट इज ऑलवेज बिफोर द मेन वर्ब. मॉडल शुड इज ऑलवेज बिफोर द मेन वर्ब. अगेन आई विल टेल यू. I can swim. See here, swim is the basic verb, or we can say base verb, and modal is here can. Modal verb. So another function of the modal verbs is that they are always helping, or we can say they are auxiliaries to the main verb. I can talk, I can walk, I may go, she may come, I would ring you in the evening, I may swim, I can jump, you ought to go, you ought to see, you should play football, you should take medicine on time. So you see, you should take. तो take से पहले जो है वो modal है. It speaks that it is helping the main verb. This is second characteristics or second feature of the modals. This is very important point. Features of modals. Then you can comprehend any question afterwards when you have the basic idea of modals. First point they have no inflections. Second point is they are helping the main verb. And third point is very important point that I will explain you here. We have verbs for go, went, gone, see, saw, seen, walk, walked, jump, jumped. We have lot of verbs here. They have three forms. For example, sleep, slept, sing, sang, sung. जो पहला जो वर्ब है इट इज सिंग. पहला जो वर्ब है टॉक. पहला जो वर्ब है गो वेंट गॉन. गो पहला वर्ब है. पहले वाले वर्ब को द फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब इज कॉल्ड एज इन्फिनिटिव. द फर्स्ट, रिमेंबर इट ऑलवेज, द फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब इज ऑलवेज एंड ऑलवेज कॉल्ड इन्फिनिटिव. देयर इज अ न्यू थिंग फॉर यू. व्हाट इन्फिनिटिव एक्चुअली मीन्स? इन्फिनिटिव एक्चुअली मीन्स फर्स्ट फॉर्म प्रेसिडेड बाय टू. इस पूरे चीज को हम कहते हैं इंग्लिश ग्रामर में, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में इट इज कॉल्ड इन्फिनिटिव. लेकिन जब हम मॉडल इस्तेमाल करते हैं, मॉडल के पास पीछे जो वर्ब होगा, जो फर्स्ट फॉर्म हमेशा होगा, उसके सामने ये टू नहीं होगा. तो एक ये जो टू है ये बेसिकली प्रिपोर्शन नहीं है. इट इज बेसिकली द ड्रेस ऑफ द बेस वर्ब. फर्स्ट फॉर्म का जो लिबास है जिसको इंग्लिश ग्रामर में नाम दिया गया है मार्कर. M-A-R-K-E-R. M-A-R-K-E-R. So this to is marker. To go, to see, to walk, to join, to jump, to dance. All these are infinitives. And to is the marker. M-A-R-K-E-R. I write here. It is M-A-R-K-E-R. Marker. लेकिन जब हम मॉडल इस्तेमाल करते हैं, हम इस लिबास के बगैर इसको इस्तेमाल करते हैं, तो we can say modals are always followed by bare infinitive. B-A-R-E. Bare infinitive. B-A-R-E. Bare, I-N-F-I-N-I-T-I-V. Third important function of model is that they are always and always followed by bare infinitive. First quality is inflection, no inflection. Second quality is they are helping, they are auxiliaries to the main verb. And third thing is they are always and always followed by the first form verb but bare infinitive. It has no marker at all. There is no marker. हम to के भी इस्तेमाल नहीं करते हैं. We can never say I shall to go. No. I shall to sleep. I can to drive a car. No, we can never say that. We can say I can drive a car. We can never say I can to drive a car. To पर drive is a infinitive, लेकिन हमें to को replace करना होगा. और एग्जामिनेशन में ऐसा ही सवाल आपको आ जाएगा. You will get such a pattern of questions where the questioner might have used the marker to. और जब आप मॉडल को देखेंगे आपको इस to को ऑटोमेटिकली वहाँ डिलीट करना होगा और आपको इसको कहना है ये इनकरेक्ट है. So before using the models, usage of models, it's very important to understand the basic nature and features of the models, which I have told you. I shall again recap it. I will recap it again. They have no inflections. We don't add ing, we don't add ed, we don't add d to them, we don't add ing, we don't add es, we don't add s to them as compared to other verbs. Second point, they are always followed by the first form of verb. Never second. For example, I would went there, wrong. I would slept there, wrong. I would drank there, wrong. We can say I would drink, I would sleep, I would talk, I would join. We never say I would join it. It is wrong, absolutely wrong. Because models are always followed by the first form of verb. And third important point is they are always followed by the bare infinitive, B-A-R-E, bare infinitive. Bare means nanga, yani naked. Modal auxiliaries has become very clear to you, and now we shall discuss modals one by one. And I shall take up two important modals, should and ought to. They are very, very important modals, and their usage we find many times, rather every time I should say. मेरे dear friends, मुझे एक चीज़ बताओ. We have some duties in life, and for those duties you are not paid anything. Suppose a man goes to office, he works there for 10 hours, he is getting 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees. But there are certain duties for which you are not paid at all. There are also duties, we call them obligations. यानी जो हम फ़र्ज़ करते हैं, कोई फ़र्ज़ की बात. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, आपके पेरेंट है, आप उनको लव करते हैं, आप उनको रेस्पेक्ट करते हैं. आपके पास टीचर्स है, आप उनको रेस्पेक्ट करते हैं. आपके पास आपका नेबर है, हमसाया है, आप उसके पास जाते हैं, यू गो देयर, यू विश हिम ऑलवेज. सो अगर आप विश नहीं करेंगे आपको मारेगा नहीं, यू विल नॉट गेट पनिश्ड एट ऑल. आपको कोई सज़ा तो नहीं मिलेगी ना आपको रिवार्ड मिलेगा ना सज़ा मिलेगी, लेकिन आप ड्यूटी एक फॉलो करते हैं. So obligations are very important in human life, and for the usage of for expressing obligations, we have to use these two models. For example, we ought to respect our father. We ought to. Or you can use should. Very interesting fact is that we have father, we have mother. This is automatic that there is an obligation, a responsibility on our part. We have to respect them. And this is obligation. And whenever you have to express any obligation, you have to use these two models, ought to and should. Ought to and should. We ought to respect our Prime Minister. It's our duty. We ought to respect our friends. We should avoid smoking. It's a responsibility. If you don't have it, no problem at all. Nobody will kill you. Nobody will penalize you. But we should stop smoking. We ought to stop smoking. You should stop wine, taking wine. आप शराब पीना छोड़ दो. It's an obligation. Nobody will harm you at all. But this you have to do. Or, for example, in your society, you have a group of people, the needy, जिनको पैसों की ज़रूरत होती है, they are called the needy, the poor, गरीब लोग, PWR, मैंने इसके सामने आर्टिकल द लगाया, the poor, the needy, the disabled, जो handicapped लोग होते हैं, उनको हमें हेल्प करनी चाहिए. You should help the beggar woman, the needy. There are certain class of people in our society जो hungry होते हैं, भूखे होते हैं, कुछ नहीं मिलता है उनको. You should help the needy. You should help the hungry. So, this is, if you don't help them, no problem at all. Law will not punish you at all. Government आपको सज़ा नहीं देगी, पुलिस आपको सज़ा नहीं देगी. लेकिन ये आपका obligation है, एक ड्यूटी है. इस hungry man को, इस hungry लोगों को, इस poor class को, इस disabled class को, इस challenged class को मदद करना आपकी एक फ़र्ज़ है. तो उस वक्त, उस situation में we can use model ought or should. For example, I will give many examples here. We ought to be honest. We ought to pray to God. We should pray God. We ought to maintain discipline in our family. We ought to live in coordination, in unity. The countrymen of India should live in unity. We should live in unity. We ought to live in unity. Then country can progress. This is the obligation of every citizen towards. Jैसे in political sense we have fundamental rights and duties. This is pertains to duty at all. So in case of duties, you will have to use model ought or should. Now, dear students, at your home, in the response, in the remarks, you will give many examples of the obligations using these models ought to and should. In other models, we don't use other models in this case at all. This is one usage of model, should and ought. We should always be clean. We should always be clean. We ought to be clean. We ought to be hygienic. We ought to refine ourselves. हमें आपको सुधरना होगा. We ought to correct ourselves. We should correct ourselves. So it's a kind of respect, kind of advice to our own self. अपने आप को भी हम advise कर सकते हैं कभी. So for advising or for moral obligations, you will have to use ought to or should. It can be added one more model, that is must. We can always use must. The only difference is when we use must, there's a force. You must respect your family. It's a force. जो आदमी ये बोलता है, किसी को एडवाइस करता है, इसके लफ्ज़ों में ये फोर्स है, एक ताकत है. That's why he makes the usage of models must. Therefore, must, ought, should can be used in different situations by everyone. And the basic function, the basic essence of these three models is to serve an obligation, to go for an obligation. Whether he is paid, no issue at all. Whether he is rewarded, it is not a question at all, but it is an obligation which a person in human society has to perform. And in that context, उस सूरत हाल में हमें इन तीन मॉडलों का इस्तेमाल करना होगा. But bear in mind, never use model ed, wooded, wooding, no inflection at all, and they must be always followed by bare infinitive, bare infinitive. You might be getting a doubt. Why, sir, there is a ought to is here. Why there is ought to here? There is an infinitive here. Actually, it is not that. This ought to is as a whole model. I have told you, models are followed by bare infinitive. लेकिन यहाँ तो है ना ought to. तो आप ये भी सवाल पूछ सकते हैं मुझे कि टू क्यों है फिर. Basically, to is not infinitive marker here. It's not a marker here. The whole ought and to is a model, is as a whole. We don't write ought only. We write ought to as a whole. As a whole का मतलब है पूरा is considered as a model. This was basically the first usage of the modals, auxiliaries, ought, should, and must. Their second usage we shall be discussed thoroughly, threadbare, without any difficulty, and fully illustrated in following lectures.